Hey y'all, I done came on here and I only got one lash on my eye. Ooh, my hand's ashy, but listen, so I've been seeing this 100 envelope challenge floating around, right? And I've been like, dang, I want to do it. I want to do this challenge. I want to do it. But I'm like, I don't have the book. I don't have the binder to put the envelopes in. And then I don't have the supplies to even, you know, make the binder if I wanted to. So I'm like, well, I can't start that. I can't do that. But then the Lord was like, you can. You can start it. And so I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to start it? Because honestly, I ain't even got the funds to buy the binder, right? All money that I've spent the past few days have gone to bills, food for the house, you know, just the necessities, you know. So I hadn't even got the $10 to spare for the envelope book. But let me tell you how funny God is, right? So I had bought a pack of envelopes. I would say it's been a minute that I've had these envelopes, but they've just been accumulating dust, right? I'm going and I'm cleaning up my closet, and I find these envelopes. He said, there's your envelope challenge. There's your envelope challenge. Put your numbers on these envelopes, put the money in here, put it in a good old shoebox. I don't even keep shoe boxes. Found a shoebox, right? I don't even keep shoe boxes because honestly, I haven't even bought things for myself in a while. It's really just been household and making sure my brother's straight ever since my parents passed 3 years ago now. You know, just navigating life. Time really does pass. It's crazy to even think that they have been gone for 3 years, but my life has literally just revolved around my little brother and making sure my house and home together. So I really haven't done anything for myself in itself. So this is something that I want to do for myself, not to just accumulate wealth, because my whole objective of the challenge is not to just have, but I want to be able to learn how to steward my money correctly and effectively, right? During this 100-day challenge, I know a lot of people are doing it in a span of 100 days. I don't get the income to be able to fill up these envelopes in 100 days. I'm allowing myself to do it in a year, right? And I'm also giving myself grace throughout this whole challenge. If I find it that I need to borrow from these envelopes, I'm going to allow myself to do so, because I don't have the residual income to just fill them up and let them sit, you know. There's probably more than likely going to be a time that I need to pull from these envelopes, but I'm also going to push myself to fill it back up, replace it, but then also fill up another envelope that I haven't filled up yet. If there ever comes a time where maybe like a family member may need something and I have the means to be able to take from this envelope to bless them in that way, I'm going to do so. But I'm not going to make a habit of constantly taking from these envelopes and doing it that way. But I'm just going to allow myself, in times of distress or in times of need, give myself that option to borrow from these envelopes and then replace it back, plus another. So my 100-day challenge is probably not going to be as conventional as everybody else does it, but I'm still going to do this challenge. It's crazy that I even found those envelopes, because I don't even mail stuff off. Like, where did they come from? Why did I have them? So I found these envelopes. I found a Sharpie. I'm gonna put numbers on it. Not only that, so I have a small business that I run. I make clothes, or I do alterations, and I haven't really been writing down what I bring in and what I spend. Why did I find this book that I purchased years ago? Small Business Income and Expense book. Haven't filled up not a single book. Haven't used it, but I may start using this. I had a friend who wrote a book, and it's called There Is More, and it's a authentic affirmation for the heart of the matter. So basically, I'm gonna read the back of it. It says, do you know how much power you have? I'm not talking about brute physical strength, but the power that is in your mouth. Awaken your authority to declare a thing and see your mind change concerning it. There is more than just a book, but it's a guide to lead you in declaring God's promises over your life and seeing his kingdom come. What are you waiting for? Let's get free together. So I used to work with this young lady, and she made a book, and this is just a book of daily affirmations, just to kind of get your mind in check, to like, for example, this one says, God has the final say on everything concerning your life, and there is a scripture that correlates with that. So 1 Peter 3:22, the Message translation. Jesus has the last word on everything and everyone, from angels to armies. He's standing right alongside God, and what he says goes. So I mean, I'm gonna be reading that as I'm going through this. My cousin made a book that said, just don't quit. I'm not gonna quit doing this challenge, even if it feels like it's hard for me. Yeah. It's my little brother. But she made a book that is titled Just Don't Quit. I mean, very fitting for what I want to do right now, right? And this is a 21-day journal for those who think they aren't good enough. This journal is for every person who ever questioned, were they good enough to achieve their dreams and goals? It's for those who see the vision and can taste it, knows that it's time to acquire it and then walk in it. It's for those who have stopped and started more times than they care to admit. I say, just don't quit. There is more. Oh my gosh. Listen, I remember feeling less than and not worthy of being used by God or anyone else. I don't know why that's just making me emotional. But I knew I had big dreams. At least they were big to me. This book is a dream, a vision, and a goal fulfilled because I didn't quit. Anyway, just the fact that there is more. Just don't quit. There is more. Like, that's on the back of her book. And the fact that the title of her book is There Is More, right? Crazy. And then I also purchased this book, I would say also a couple years ago, from Charles Stanley, called Emotions. And this is to confront the lies and conquer it with truth. And I started this book and I stopped reading it. Don't know why, but I love Charles Stanley's teaching. I still rewatch a lot of his sermons. God, the whole point was not for me to cry on here. I have rewatched a lot of his sermons and they still do something to me to this day. So I made a post on Facebook not too long ago that says, why wait till the first? Start it now. So I found all these books, and I also have these envelopes, my Sharpie, and my shoebox. And honestly, truly, I don't carry a lot of cash, but I go to open up my wallet, right? I very, very rarely have cash. And there is $7 in here, right? So I can either put $7 in the 7, envelope, or I can split it up and put one in the 5 and put one in the 2. I may have to borrow the $5 next week to put gas in my car, but you know, the fact that I have cash in my wallet right now to start it today, yeah, it confirms that I need to do it, and that when you pray and ask God for a confirmation, he gives it to you. And that's all I needed. Like, everything is in front of me that I need to successfully start this challenge today, the day after Christmas. Like I could start it today, and I'm actually going to go ahead and write a 2 and write a 5, and then I'm gonna fill out everything else, and just prepare myself to start filling up these envelopes. I don't know how that envelope feels like it's sealed, but I can open it. I'm gonna put 5 in here, and I don't like licking envelopes, so I'm actually gonna use some tape to seal it. I put 5 in there, and then I'm putting these $2 in my $2 envelope, and I am sealing it. I am sealing that. So I have 2 envelopes filled, and it felt so refreshing. It just felt so refreshing to do that, and I'm so grateful to be able to start that. Like I said, I'm giving myself a whole year. So from today up until this time next year, I want to have been able to fill up the envelopes and have them, I don't know, use it for something, whether it's a trip for me and my brother at the end of the year, or, you know, to bless somebody else. I don't know what the whole end result of why the Lord really wants me to do this, but for whatever it is, I'm going to be obedient. I'm tired of feeling like I could just do it on my own when all I have to do is trust God, because he has all the answers and he knows the direction he wants my life to go, and I just need to follow his direction. And I'm trying to find the scripture that I found, and then I'm gonna get off of here because my whole point was not to get up here. Is not to get up here and cry and be all emotional. I just wanted to be very transparent and be open, because I don't know, somebody could really need this, but I just want to steward my money effectively, and I want to be obedient in starting this challenge. So I'm excited that I was able to fill up 2 envelopes, that I have my resources, my Bible, my books. Like, I'm excited. And if I can find, if my cousin and my old co-worker, if they are still selling their books, I will try to link their books down below. So if you want to purchase some, you can. And then I'm so happy about my incoming expense book. So all of these are going to be put to work. My challenge is to do the Proverbs challenge, and it's a book of wisdom, and I'm excited about starting that. So I'm going to read Proverbs 21 and 20. And it says, there is treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. And so I have the study Bible, and I'm just kind of read, well, I am going to read what it says down there. So this verse says, this proverb is about saving for the future. Easy credit has many people living on the edge of bankruptcy. The desire to keep up appearance and accumulate more drives them to spend every penny they earn, and they stretch their credit to the limit. But anyone who spends all he has is spending more than he can afford. A wise man puts money aside for when he may have less. God approves for foresight and restraint. God's people need to examine I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why I'm skipping. Must be the tears. Okay. So a wise man puts money aside for when he may have less. God approves of foresight and restraint. God's people need to examine their lifestyle to see whether their spending is God-pleasing or merely self-pleasing. So what is the basis of your spending? Are you spending to please God? Are you spending to get self-gratification? And I must be honest that in the past years, I have been pleasing for self-gratification. I looked at all this fabric that I've spent money on, and I'm like, I'm looking at money here. Like, I'm looking at pieces that I could have made. Like, I have fabric that I have not used. I also don't make any clothes for myself, right? I said that I haven't spent money and I haven't bought myself anything. I also haven't made myself anything. I'm my own walking billboard. How do I expect for my business to grow if I don't even promote my own clothing, right? I don't wear things that I have made myself, right? I don't have to go out and buy things. God blessed me with the talent to be able to make clothes. Why am I not making clothes for myself? Because I'm being lazy. Because I want to sit on the couch and scroll TikTok, scroll Facebook. No, I need to utilize my talents, and I need to make a piece for myself to wear out. I don't even have to buy anything. The Lord literally has blessed me with the ability to make clothes. I have everything I need here in my hands. So, you know, the Lord is doing a work in me, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just let y'all know that I'm gonna start this challenge. I'm gonna be adding to it. I'm gonna put these 2 envelopes in my shoebox, put my shoebox up, and this is my 100 envelope challenge. I'm gonna write as many numbers as I can on here that I can, and if I need to buy more, then I'll buy more at a later date. But right now I have enough to start. I have enough to start, and that's all that matters. So if y'all start the 100-day challenge, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know down below how you're going to do it, when you're going to start it, and let's keep each other motivated, and let's do it. We're not even quitting this year. Quitting is not even in our vocabulary. Alright, so I finished everything. I was able to get up to 65 envelopes. So that I put my Sharpie in there. I'm gonna put my tape in there. And that's it. This is my saving challenge, and whenever I go to the dollar store sometime this week, I'll probably pick up another pack of those small envelopes and finish writing out the rest of them. But I'm excited to start and see where this takes me. All right, y'all, I'm gone for real. Bye.